Asia so channel Sakasia you should be wabe from 10 times so UTV Ghana saso on channel 360 with DSTV so ubet me a share on ye de mano ewo with fie mo mame fast da kese emma dwumako ya edidi soyi best point savings and loans and best assurance ewo hon ma for sikasem enyina ebeda wo mo saso na insurance won sem so nyina fakodan e best point savings and loans and best assurance. This way chocolate drink and every amount sanka wo ice and we so me to be gum na bogu bo o de maseda ever breme saso and a U2I data sort of engine pame oba painting na betimi account for a day ama won and special ice mineral water is so man kwa is so ye nkwa enti se wo betimi enya nkwa ama na bro so dia ene enom special ice mineral water we any jumeko a ebo mechidom kasie ensama hodo a edimu akotene ebi enem Oma Penny His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Ede Atu Jase said ye sidi money woman so a ejina na dollar nenso e kofom nature say eniema pa a womo edi gu from na sabre ye hu eso ensunsan so no saso eno soafo share ye nyina nsam so e honorable jinapo Ede Atu Jase hu be hia pass ye benya kwankwa dwumekuo na womo so abemu se ba no ye nyina nsam se de besi afa cheche no a was say a private sector na ebe mebeboa ama enyamkane abo so etimi akofom saso na Ghana Health Service Ede Atu Jase about time a wo mo asantemantemu emu ase de be ya vaccination campaign na say enu ayede ma mmofra enketo ano ebetimi aboa ama na ko enimu saso ena sabre glow production so omada jumedie bia de si ni foforo kra ana stage play foforo kra wo mo edi abagana must go obeti bi ewo kasie yi mu we ene nsam kaye ka ho na semufo aboabo na mosomfo abena chei boache de babeda wo se premo kasie afei kasie no enchiremu His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Ede Atu Jase sabre ye share ye sikasem se de esi kwa ni nyina kire se eniema pa wo mudi egu akwan mu no eno na yehu ehun popoye amasi de netimi afa ne ntoma paifra na agina ne national face so na ho hyeso a wo mo ehye ya etimi ebo amase de ebesi de sikasem so dwumadi pote de bedie no ni nyina aka ho ena ma yehu de yehu wodi nsemi etu dwabra wo call thank you to ewo upper west region ho eno mampanyini ebiebie niema bi eni so se nkakran mu no si de ne fa na hoden pa efra ama niema bo nsoso no bafom na omapanyini esai echiremu se sabre de so obepie mu wa na se de nti obepie mu honom no ni nyina ne se wodi aseda kese pa bema nananom ene omanfo a wo mo wa na afo ka che omo se wo mo nsem omo kani nyina no wate afei soso no wo ma ba wo mo to ma no so no enye kwada wo hyese empuntupa ebetimi abaso amamfaso nso de aba afei so ye hu de ekoso nyina wo de aseda kese so pa ebema sikasam entoto ye enkanka eba no finance minister ene Bank of Ghana governor o say wo mo enhyehye ye pa se de wo masi aka bom edi dwuma ena nei de ye hu nyina yehu.
Since taking over the reins of government, our focus has been on stabilizing the economy. We therefore presented to Parliament in March this year a budget which was aimed at severely trimming expenditure and channeling the saved revenue into priority programs as promised in our manifesto. I'm happy to report to you that our efforts to stabilize the economy have begun to yield results. And it is evident in the improved performance of our local currency and also a gradual reduction of prices of goods and services in the market. I wish to commend the Honorable Minister of Finance and the Governor of the Bank of Ghana, along with their teams, for the close collaboration and coordination they are displaying in this economic turnaround. I'm sure that by the time the Honorable Minister comes back to Parliament to present his mid-year review budget in August, we would have more good news for Ghanaians.
Yet waka se so energy minister for energy and green transition the Honorable John Jinapo what they are so a just sense so a beyonce buying a yen share to no one was obeboa ama a yan cranko jumekuo a private companies and also so Edwo mo ajemu se bano a nyina kanea and chichimuna no was we say e babe boa ma sedi esifa ejiji esika efa netimi akọ enimu na eyi sedi etete no ka bebrebe a eba na eba ne sa na electricity company no ka emene wo mo no o se beyi ni nyina efi ho.
Beyond ECG will still be there. It will still function as a company. ECG move the beton kania nama promoter. On beton bulk power no.
Okay.
Private sector one.
Okay.
Not private sector work of man. On beton no be my ECG.
I see. And tonight say and middleman be ba be shemu wo ECG ne consumers in tem. Why so? And command bo enye den because middleman calling so or benya operational cost ni ade a also tete which ya consumers na ibetua and command power ne bo enye den.
Be so no so timi bo no jiska ne be bra e be bo. It can even reduce the prices.
How will that reduce the prices? Because on all the costs a babe can already know ye soon say ne boy day any quarterly increment ya eba and saying $1 equal for me a month for see mumanimra nkania ne bomra from PRC say yen train kakransa the next quarter. We are always crying about the pricing of energy, particularly light, you know. She say middleman bemwa Emma Bono sign culture.
You'll be a friend of economies of scale.
Okay.
Maybe a cotton with tomatoes. And 5 per and ultimate muska.
Okay.
It's in tomatoes, no 10 cedi, 10 cedi. That means we'll be 50 cedi. So we'll be a wow. That's after the ultimate 9. So we'll be 90 cedi. 90 cedi is a woman who 10 cedi. So I'll be 80 cedi. It would so cry, but me at home more when you scar. It's no efficiency bad. It's me boy my prices mum a coffee.
Oh, okay.
Because collection is an endorsement. Can be endorsement.
Okay.
Yet me a dear year, there will be no need to increase price. But your revenue is a function of price and quantity.
Okay.
The ultimate year, a boy.
Ya twakase no so aban enam eyasue ya ehwe nnuane eni kuaye eso ede fertilizer apem 1000 ede akwakoma omanfo mu adentan ene Ga East municipalities na aban HM say we say nhihye ya wo mu de efa so abie feed Ghana program no emu na aban ehwe ni mu say ebeboa amakuaye emu enso wetimi abia ma no baye nso yenye free mu no nso wetimi akwa ni mu na eyosofo abedi ekira wo hwe nnuane eni kuaye so ye honorable John Dumelo kasa no ona so ne nsɛmtwofo kasa wo kire mu say sa nhihye yi ni sa fertilizer ya wo mu de emema kuafo eba beboa ama local farmers no kuafo na wo mu wo motamu no wo mu enua baye wo mu ye mu atimi apagya ama afi so sɛ de enuane ho bɛkɔ atwe no eto atimi atwa.
I'm a Greek ministry here. Most of the time they're outside Accra, but and also and you're fine. I'm sure the last couple of years, all driver along the motorway won't say omoye vegetables left and right. Oko high tension between Adenta, Yawaso West, Ma West, omodo and omoye vegetables under the high tension. Into muhiamwa. The other issues omuka is omuhia tractors negeka home. But we should feed Ghana policy now. You see farm service centers across the country, and so me lobby say bakubeba between Adenta constituency, Madina constituency, Ayawaso West constituency, any Tema West constituency. Na ahwese ne be to me almost equiafo no be to me access our farm service centers. Na wo hwese our farm service centers here your tractors wo your tillers wo your seeds wo almost so mo pe busia kakra o benye bi kakra almost so mo pe agric extension officers no so o be to me nye bi wo nti wo hwese ne dey na ya frɛ equiafo no so mo betena se omo omuni mo ho fertilizers no waha ye bodu ana obagina odeko wabagina odeko yamfa nhyɛ obi ensa say fabra na fabachiche, and that is how we are going to distribute the fertilizer from now on. We will meet the farmers, everybody knows each other. Yeah, they are more
area bia wo no except mo forming cooperatives. Cooperative is different from association. Cooperatives no who call this assembly now call bisa assembly for say open cooperative officer they will take you to the corporate officer's office. For me cooperatives. Normally, no, NIPA minimum of 15 members. I started from, and the more 15, up to 100. Met me for me one cooperative. You know each other, and the move for me are cooperatives now. Mobes establish bank account, and executive members will be elected with the cooperatives. Mobetro letter and any members, the size of your farm. Mobetro, and the main ya me way. Who catch them say, 1 acre of pepper. I know the recommendation. Many nyamado do I send me the mouth and sana obey 1 acre of pepper. Obey 1 acre of tomatoes. Many nyama send me the mouth and sana obey 1 acre of tomatoes. Ebeboao. And see, you are listening in an area. Then you better me calculate the protocols. Now it's anyamano abechemu. This year we are not selling anything. 2025 no subsidy. But we have to account for it. And the GD, if you don't want to give your name, it means you don't want to collect the items. And we are prepared to give out information about yourself. Maybe a way forward, the size of your farm. I say who's our information in your as an idea yamano amount.
Yeah, to waka se no so asabe kwako piemu ewo yensem choni abenati wa honom na ne Ghana Immigration Service ehwe omu dwumadie bi ase wo mo mutena kwa ho sese ade mo from no nam street yi so ne oduwa ne ye bow glass mo na binom didue etwi wo ka ho enei wo mo cheche sankrofo ni no mo hyase Africa neshi nyanya ne tie so ma bepiemu ewo immigration headquarters abena wo temeka be ma wa haba UTV premo kase so
yenia
na wo to say
Mfacha nyame adomo na wosore
nyame adom ye ho ye moni adwuma pa na emu ama ne bo party se mo hyase Africa neshi munya nkofo dodo che wo mo free ho no mo ko henfa san ne sitie
jo menya ba mi da se eye anopai na UTV4 ye nya ne tie se situation service for etu apra omo kofa omo a eni se omo ba oman ni mo no ye te ne sa na ye sitie bi ne yemyan ye pi ni enkonkwohwe Senya, you know, ewo abefo ntan fidie no so saa na tia e na ye si moa na ye bae ho kanishi interchange na se wona obi che bi lampe in na se wona mo a ye be pie mo no na ye nukwe a mi hwe mu kwa na che se omo sha se be ahomachin 1 am na immigration service for no estate say on the form akoti eto na say be buses immigration for buses be 14 and it me affect ya still cars may be air ba e be fa enkai for no into ya my bisa say na ye di adintia na omo chiche sa nkofu then so ye nya anu ye bia emfi obia ho na ye omo ye ni say yes memefo na ye te omo mu fi abonten omaba oman ni kwa edi se ba ne saa no omo te omo kasa no ebisa omo se ye fra osan ana se wo nimpa e wo himfa nti ebisa question na utumi kire mu bebia wo fi ebia wo fi Chad ana se wo fi Niger ana ha se na eba no mo hu ba sukura omo no be kom nti emfa won se we jare emfa won se de na ye emfa won se de na ye omo nyina da ya so omo nyina ebuka abu nti ema ye hwehwe mu ye bisa ye ho se ti hifo na omo no omo popote ansa na ekopie omo krom ankasa na ye di omo hia na ye be pie mu wo eye immigration for headquarters sometimes nti bia kese bi e wa ha se ye di omo nyina be ku inside wonom na ye gusi ye bisa omo na ye bisa omo question de omo pache omo kan na ne say about 12 ni omo wakatre media for no omo be katre into ata now on it die immigration service obi en wonom a we bi na no aka bibi atre na ye di ye ni bu edom a omo tumi achi omo na ye so omo put 10,000 omo 1,000 kra na ya chi omo nyina enti no ye guso ye bi so omo question na me ka say die afei na omo allow media for ne say ye nko say e wo inside na ne omo wakatre media for no omo aka atre
okay abena che say sa breed omo ne nsem chofo ba be twetwe nkomo enya sa
yes
okay na wo se ni pa omo achi omo no omo bro say
Omo 1,000 aka no ya chi omo.
Na just mia kakra ikombo no mo fa ye ni oti ne ka ye enkran ha potamu baby a no mo fa ye na just ebe koso pa
sa pepepe na ye ni timemfo ni bi ekasa ye no mo kira enioma omo ye we interchange na se wono mo na nsenya omo si ye penti wo kama no kese bola eni enioma mi ntimi embodin ewo ye kasa fidie yi so no bebre egu ase wono mo bi sa se sisi ana immigration officers for na befa na nkofo enko sa bola no why na embefa emfriwo ntienti ya befa omo akodi a mpenyufo nhwe na sa efina egu ase hono mi nyina no omo befa nyina emfriwo.
Okay yo abna me jaw ma wakoso ade wani edi ekire de be film ababi aso ma UTV ne na hwefo nyina nso so ehu de ekoso yo bushafo yensem troni abnati one yete na manebon yeto akase no so Parliamentary Select Committee on Education sabre omo de ato aban yanim se wosre ebeya eba no eya nkranko universities na private universities na abanye omo mwana tax a ededa eniema omo krafri amano ne eba hase no aban enyi efio na chese tax waiver no ewo eye educational equipment a private universities na kra eba eye Ghana hase no onye omo na onyi free hono na eye otite ne chairman a oda committee ya no no anso eye mashebedwani a wo akachi eye honorable Peter Kwesi no tu kotoi edetu edwase aban ehwa se wo yisa etu oni free hono ebe bo private universities and say private universities no so wo hono mo ema aban ko mu ehare no esanse wo mo munya public universities enko no private universities na ena wo mo ekodi nsemi eto edwa abroko pie mu ewo CAF University abra wo kosra wo mo ena odi nsemi eto edwa fen so aban enhwema project ahodo a ekoso wo senior high schools no so no aban wie se de be ya double track system no so ebetimi efree hono.
For secondary schools, on our rounds, we've discovered that there are a lot of abandoned projects in the various secondary schools. Dormitories, classrooms, assembly hall, and poor furniture. So we are appealing to government that government should make sure that they complete all these projects to enable us eliminate the double track. Because some of the schools we went, if those projects were completed, there will be no double track in those schools. So we are recommending to government to complete those projects to improve access to secondary education. And for the private universities, I think government, as they are requesting, they import a lot of equipment. So government should support them in the way by maybe reducing the tariff or the duty that they pay on imported equipment.
Yes, I buy yen say akorabia awoko university no scholarship no sa first year no e wo homa no ti sakwara no gia school officer di ko mu no de akọ so de be ko Legon or de be ko Tech or de be ko CAF University or de be ko university bia ope no de ko na sa ban de ko ma universities ni say ko ho na akọ ha e na ye de be ma o dia e na che say sa package no or the ma universities no a public universities no mo dia ma omo a omo pe nemo onfa ma Ghana nkwala nyina na akoye selected and are all selected.
The main issue we would like them to table before government is support that government has to give to private universities, because we contribute a lot towards the economic development of this country. So we expect government also to support in some areas. For example, scholarships. We need scholarship for our students and also for our lecturers. And we want to be treated equally. The students here, like our chancellor said, they are also Ghanaians. So if they have opportunity to have higher education in a private institution, they should also be supported by government. If you only support their colleagues who are in the public universities, but they should support them also. The same goes with our lecturers. They also need scholarship to do their PhD programs or higher education programs. But you realize that those in the private university do not benefit from this. And it is only the private university to do everything on their own. So we think that if they can provide scholarship to our lecturers, also give them the book and research allowance, that will also help them also.
Ghana's non-traditional exports HMOA 2024 sika womo enyaye a year $3.83 billion. Na womo eniema omode echo 152 countries. Womo the product ahodo ye 609 product line no omode kokoko ebibrem ha sei amaman ahodo no eso. Na wochiremu a export firm a anase dwumaku a mo ede niema kwa abonten no so firm ahodo 1500 export firm ena womo ne womo edi dwumai. Womo de nsemi etu dwabra na Ghana Export Promotion Authority PAO dwumadie bi ehon toma 2024 non-traditional export statistics report ewo enkran hase.
As it was clearly stated during the presentation, the amount is in excess of $3.8 billion for the year ending 2024. It is reported that normally in election years, the figures drops. So basically the drop is as a result of the fact that 2024 was an election year. With the Ghana Exports Promotion Authority, our mandate simply is we are responsible for the facilitation and development and promotion of the Ghanaian exports. So what effort we are making to add value to it lies with our mother ministry. Okay, but from our side, what we simply do is just trade facilitation, giving them market access, both locally and internationally. But in our own small way, we encourage them. For instance, the last time the chocolatiers were here, and they expressed one grave concern, that is access to the cocoa beans to enable them produce their products. What we have done from our side to assist them was basically to liaise with our mother ministry and to get the cocoa board to sit with them and to assure them that the CEO will give them access to the cocoa beans to enable them produce. So as far as we are concerned, these are some of the things we are doing. And again, we are into the seed revitalization program. That is, we buy seeds for the various crops and we supply it free of charge to the farmers. So we currently underway is the supply of coconut seeds to the farmers, and I am still receiving the report from the field as to who are the beneficiary and recipients so far. What I have to say is that there is so much opportunity in the export business over here. Myself and my directors are developing the Youth in Export program.
About launch non-annual traditional export successes for 2024, where actually our exports in Ghana a year or 2024, and Omama Yehun said in 2024 total non-traditional export a year 3.8 billion, and I said I'm I'm also actually say normally no say elections but 2025 election be anyhow, and want to believe say 2025 will do well. Say you will encourage exporters, because we export it means who create a juma, who create employment, who create sika e wo man mu abano so enya revenue eno na ebuama economy no yeden enyini. What you say? Because oman be a way no just who depending on production. Who produce so na say then you have to export the excess and it is our interest say our man or gabana beboa ama exporters adwuma no akoso.
National Association of Local Authorities of Ghana, Sabri Oma Pao, Omo Jumedi, and Gender Advocacy and Communication Strategy, and Tama, na Omo Jumedi, Omo Pahon Tama, or Accra Metropolitan Assembly, Omo Conference Hall. Now, Jumedi na Sen Omo Fa, so Dao, subcommittee members, and so Eddie Afe members, na Omo National Association of Local Authorities of Ghana, so no, Omo may be honoring awards.
This is the best time because now you're trained, say MMDCs will be in office. We plan for this long time, but you know the MMDCs are part of the assembly. so that then we don't have a full assembly. To say a year start is a year vote to that's why strategically we focus on it today. And it is 2023 General Assembly election. NALAC trained over 350 assembly female into the assembly. No, me encore assembly no. And then last 3 weeks a program on advocacy, gender equality, and a lot of things behind the scene. And we know you're launching which will also be another guide for all of us. Say, oh, gender, you're free, you're quiet, you're free, you're quiet. In terms of gender, it's like NALAC is even focused on gender much more than any other thing, because we've seen that there's disparity. I mean, a wide gap in terms of, because sometimes religious belief, cultural norms, and everything. We are bringing all of them on board. Say, women must play a critical role so far as local governance is concerned. Before the assembly can move on, unless you have a confirmed MMDC, until you are starting with baby, no, you have a way so and I the board, other assemblies Koko, say, because the president has fulfilled his constitutional mandate, the 50% by nominating an MMDC. So the honors lies on you, the assembly, to also get the confirmed MMDC. So it's a step in the right direction. That launch when you in the next month. We invite the media. Our main focus is to go around all the 16 regions of Ghana. One, let us know the challenges of the assembly, challenges of assembly members, challenges of presiding members. In my thoughts some time ago, I even found that some presiding members don't even have a chair or even have an office when you have challenges. So we'll be going around again to focus and answer the challenges, what we can do. When we sum up all this report, then we also present it to the local government minister, the executive secretary of IMCC, and all relevant stakeholders in the local governance business.
We were the pace setters when it comes to local governance, but the story is not so good with us. Most of our development partners withdrew their services from the country. Why? Because they thought the speed at which we were going was not good enough, and therefore they were tired of us. Therefore, what made them run away must be rewritten for them to come back, and the time is now. Secondly, if there is something that NALAC should be interested in, it should be your oversight responsibility on the assemblies. And I'm saying this because as a minister, we are going to make everything open for our distinguished assembly members to oversight us. It is not for nothing that when common fund is sent, the presiding member of every assembly is copied. It's for you to know the figures and follow up on the utilization of the said amount. But that is not what is happening. And the time to correct that is now.
Yani assembly members na ye adwuma na besi sampempenso a Zoom lion shase na etumpon koye enti yenim de bia ye wo ene adwene bia ye wo bia na ye de ba beboa NALAC adwuma yi they are one of their key stakeholders ye ni omo edin sawoso de bia enti me feel say ne kwan so ano say ye ni omo ye adwuma achi nimdia ni nyansan bia wa se de boa NALAC adwuma no na ekoso no ene no mato nsa friend
yato akase no so a globe production apaw eyo mudwumadie bia wo mo ebehyasie eye ho ntoma ye stage play na ewo enkran ha se no hwe ni mo se mebusumi wo mi ne de to so aduonu ennan eni na aduonu enum so 24th and 25th May na nkran de no behyasie yi na afen so no o my Ghana ha se nkru ankase no so wo ma hyasie yi na eye stage play wo mo frɛ no Ghana must go na ni nyina eye se eka eye Ghana de gina ho no ye Ghana ni a de wugina ho no ma ene wasede de mpo de woye ene de wugina ho no so e ma na sa play eye Latif Abubakar ena eye sa dwumedie na no nam so Emma Minister of Tourism and Creative Arts Honorable Abla Jifa Gumashi ekopie mu honom na wo kasa no wo kyese eniema ehia ewo ye creative arts no mu ene se de esi eka ya bakwasem ene Ghana ye ka yensem efa no se ya de a ehu hia pa eboa ema ya mamre ene ya mane no yetimi epagem ema ne eko wiase afa na nyina.
That I welcome you to the official launch of Ghana Must Go, a proudly Ghanaian theatrical experience that combines the power of storytelling with the promise of opportunity. Today is a celebration of creative brilliance and the unveiling of a vision, a global campaign under the Big Push Ghana project, and a major activation of the Black Star Experience launched by the government of Ghana. Ghana Must Go is not just a play. It is a movement, and I hope you join this movement. It is an invitation for the world to see Ghana not only as the land of heritage and hospitality, but as a land of investment, innovation, and endless possibilities.
Once the president launched the Black Star Experience, we know a component of the Black Star Experience. We know a activation, one of the major activations of the Black Star Experience. Ebema nkofo ate Ghana se, ate the value of Ghana. Nyama ye wo. Nti a player ye pese ye no Accra ha. That is on the 24th and the 25th of May. Next week we a player say no this time next week ya na nyame boa ye pese ye de koton Ghana e wo kro bebre so. Aha say ano ye plan say ye beko baby to say Nigeria, Lagos, ye beko South Africa, Kenya, ye beko UK, Canada, US, Jeddah, Qatar, Saudi Arabia. Those are the places ye pese ye koton Ghana. E man nkofo hu why they should come to Ghana. Ye pese nkofo hu why they should invest in Ghana. Why they should tour Ghana. Internet you put it together this magical piece. I friend of Ghana must go. At the end of the day, you know, you catch a corporate Ghana say, oh, staffs are. One of the things you need to you try to do is to make sure you instill the spirit of patriotism in our staffs. One of the things you must do is to make sure your staffs represent the country in which your company is. And Ghana Must Go gives them that opportunity to understand Ghana, to be able to speak Ghana and be able to represent Ghana.
The launch of Ghana Must Go is not just the unveiling of a play. It is the beginning of a national conversation, a cultural movement, and a strategic push towards greater global engagement. I urge you, my colleagues in the media, and everyone to embrace this movement, to lend your voices and your platform to this worthy cause, and to help us tell Ghana's story to the world in a compelling and unforgettable way.
Ghana to the rest of the world. Into your BBI, your culture, your journey, atade, your share, senior, you know, I mean, all that is embedded in the story. No, we can relate to because and so, but we're using art forms. Say, hey, I don't Ghana sesana by Ghana asemna kanti, pacho with the Mr. Momombana Montaichi, yeah.
Opinion wada Ghana Health Service ano ewa Sante Mantemu Dr. Fred Adumakona sabe odi ato awofo nyina enim se wosre eba no child vaccination no enura omode ema emofra child vaccination campaign na wose abatan no emfo omuhunwem no momoa no muntimi embo wo momma no eho ban abra wo mo enyini.
Dr. Fred Adumakun Echrese, Ghana Health Service etuon ho asi ho awiata so say abofra bia ye bewo no wo Ghana ha no. Won behwe so mo beboa na mana brabo ahyase no. Wanya ahoden ne apomden papa edima ebeboa ne nkwa na nyina. Eno nso nti ene ho ahia say wo mo efra sansem trofo nhyiamu yi na omo bodaro e ma adehye nyina te say ebibrem ne wiase nyina. Ye wo bibi e friend say Africa Vaccination Week na afenso Child Health Promotion Week a wo maka boma omudi na wasem tira wo gina so no wose abofra bia sefata apomuden eno no na wo hye homfa e wo kumase eno wo Asante Mantem wose World Health Organization WHO NFA UNICEF won hwehwemu amana daddy say edre friend say penta vaccines no emofra wo mo gye ne sesi ade ekosoro pa eno nso no eya de penti e wo so ye bi edeka ho
wa mu say ya boy homoden especially eba entity a ba ko pa ye be hwepe ai de bi hu say unsemra measles ever call from pay yenya vaccines no and crab brenya measles yare which say measles no vaccines no ye ho adwuma but ye ma some figures bi ni en share o share WHO ne UNICEF o say o share o fan crab be 100 na fa penta vaccines na o fan crab be do first near ne number and so as you say no fan crab do ya o be nwoche from 7 to 8. Ohanisa Fisa 70 to 80. 700 to 800 in terms of we increasing numbers now. What you mean say here pa. Enti Osha a normal Ghana sesono. Ya the normal be a good akwemu to also say you be achieve your targets for 2030. Enti dia ka ho asem say look okọ baabia ade a de betete nkra no de ama omanya apomuden no ebi yo ho. Your vitamin A akoso ya de mo ndro bi ya de so man maybe blue maybe red depending on acquiring fee ya some mo sonson adru your friend do where my your koso ye and emra de obetimi on so ba enyini see ba wi no na yesisu no nti ye koso eye ni ahese wodidi ya ni nyina ye be koso aye and ye sa register enkra no okoso aye be mo mosquito net sa mo dama na ntontom anye dey annual inti yafa ekwan we subaduru say yankoso enhyem kana enoma ayeye no na yam prevent all vaccines related diseases na yamano so omunyini sene yese omunyini no.
Yatwakase no so Minister of Energy and Green Transition here Honorable John Jinapo na sabe wodi ato Ghana fo nyina enim se dum so ana koso no sabe di nsisi koso ama chese get better koyi wodi nsemi etu dwabra na ya kona matena de chinsoma morning show so UTV so na one opanyini atwetwe nkomo no wo chire mu se abandada no eja 780 megawatts nyinam kanea no na omo hwe animu a enya de se na bedru baabia na enso Ghana fo nyina esonti aban aye dwumaden aye nsiesie pa ama sesei de sa ne mani nyina wo mo eso ano afen so no wosan editor dwa se Ghana Gridco Company Ghana Great Company chanitia eka ne Gridco no wo mo enso so se de wo mo de kokobo ba ye o mo cars anase o mo cars o mo ye maintenance bi nti o mo bedudum kane any other operations no and also wo ho no mo esa afen so no kapa Jumeku anom so ma ye nyinam nkane pa threat bebrebe anom de boy ombeju omo light ombedundum no wo se sabe omo atwa sensan nya de se omo be yisan se ye de omo ka $400 million wo se enye no nko a IPPS enso nko a mpo no 1.7 billion na abanye tunu we so ye nhese ye papa se de be ya ye nyina ibenya enyinam kane a emu oden na emu oduna fe de ye hu dum so ebio.
Take it over. Now load shedding. 780 megawatts.
Okay.
I can give you the evidence. It's getting better now than even before.
Oh yeah, sure.
Take it over now.
And can you do that? Social media, be say Hey, do so aba. Some time ago, me say, Honorable JJ, do something. Oh, and yes, and you say, hey, your mama ba pena do so aba.
Now why the catch the young boy and you do so timetable? Then your mama. Again, Tina, Minister of Energy, say, yeah, young boy, your timetable.
Sasa kana dum so ni ho na omo ye dum siesie e na nenso no woni ho woni ye de agya wonte ye de aso a o
ye dum siesie be.
Okay and do we have a problem?
People for dum ne china no ma siesie ana me boa
sa na o maka de
omo siesie wi a ombeso.
Okay
nti no we pre-inform consumers yan kasa monko ya Muhammadu Satan table.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we have a problem? Because yet so say we say kapa for ne kano I say enunti na mo so ani abre no nti na bi say na ede na Canada so if you say cash water for mechanism na omo de church so muntuatua ni say the be power producers no bi abenya ne so ne de na ama obi ka nkodo so ama wanwa lai ama ye ho ankyere ye nti afi na say surprising say kapa abesan aka say ka mo de nti wanhwe ya ye ntumi nso.
So that should tell you the challenge I are inheriting. We've inherited $400 million alone from car power. What the IPP is doing in our Boma, 1.79 billion cities. What the power generation for Boma, $1.79 billion.
Okay.
What the generators in Boma, $3 billion. What the BIA Bekanwa, 80 billion cities, and I are inherited. And we are working around the clock. Papa of focus on between your new material simponia, Okay. Kasa come. They say Omatria sign. That is positive.
Kasa na monya bi ama omo.
But you say
Kasa pe na kasa na monya sika ni bi ama omo.
But we've agreed on a very good framework.
Okay.
But the most important thing is Omatria to must say 18th na commission be doing kaniano. It's positive.
Awutu Senya East Municipality se bano ya huni die ewon samasabre wo mo tax force no achi nipa ensom a wo hwe ni mu se wo mo de wo mo ebekwa kogina emre nim na emra ene wo mo di na MC wo Awutu Senya East set sababanini se wono ene odi tu just say nipa enso yi wo mo de wo mo court na emra ne wo mo di ne no na MCH mabra woni assembly sanitation dialogue na say honom ene odi tu just say any stakeholders ka ho say hu be ehia pa say ahonidie nsam ebitimi apeja wo mo empotem afei so MC sande to omanfo mo kasoa ese wo mo nya hwe yie pa wo mo mutura egu wo mo market center honom ene montene so no sabe ya wo ma launch tax force no wa ye nsabe so mu bia no emra ne obedi
Kasi before enebe banana nipa 6 ye di omo agina baby ayedi asem na ma asem di bia krabia ewo kaswa ha omo hwe ye mpatemu nsem ne so anope before I be share program na asem nya ne ntie se ya san so di obi fufuro aba we nyina ye djuma eye ye ad hoc tax force committee a ye di omo gina ho amu ye djuma ne maye no enwumre mo no omo tete omo hwe na omo nyi kuro no na omo cheche san krofo no nti e pese fax akwanya we so di body roll e de ma ye ma menemo ye ntime mo form wa say it's about time e dey say there e to me ni say wo ye nwura wo fie a na fa nwura ni fie obi betimi a travel be 1 kilometer na or the other two central business district baby obi afa saa mre ne twem sisi ameno ka say ya hombo a ye be launch ye tax force nipa gumu pa ye mom akade ne training na I was say omode dane nyame ne so se na be ya obi bia
one happens to be your dumping site ye ni ewo kaswa ha say the other issues and so the revenue ayeje for waste collection say maybe sikanisha inti entumi ma private waste collectors no omo ejuma no entumi ensi any because at the end of the day you know say sikanisha no was no so o pay bibia dey maintaining the vehicles sending the workers na there then any other issues and so coming up program no mu wie impenyufo eguso etia konwema mo ye but I am positive say ye be wie program no no ye be hu the way forward ye wie so I am program no and they wa say sa ye be si akokrom na education we will educate our people no now you sensitize you more on the things they should know.
Security services no yeah law enforcers and senior tians no MC afamo could be a say nipa te I would say nipa assembly especially Kaswa being the central district town in the municipality no say behwe yasene obia entutu nwura engu basabasa they say new municipal chief executive no task force our form no or the security services na account
sabre die akola baya wadi mfie enkono ewa huhie mu kese pa a woje ayarehwe ewa Gregory Hospital saso na nipa mienu ene nipa binum kaye a oba pemfo enso eka ho eje ayarehwe sabre die wo mo aye stable na ni nyina eye edua kese bia ebu ye na bubo wo mo abra no mo ti ase eje enframa enam so ema assemblyman a wo gomo abudumburam electoral area eye Emmanuel Dogbe any UTV news etwetwenkomo
se min tutu min kramembra na disaster bi esi ewo ekombank chiri ho den a musi edua kese bi ebu ato nkrofun kola bi so na pregnant woman bi nukre me bae so me hu adua no me yam hye me pa enye se bia obi na edi chainsaw na etwa dua no ana se edi machine bi na ebu dua no but edua na nkasa na ebu ewo no ho na me duamika so eko hospital me ko hu nkola no nukre nie me ko hu so me yam hye me na me bo nyankopon pa yese bia omo bia no nyankopon ensan oyare pregnant woman so ma make sure say doctor for no hwe no na nkolan mienu no so Sinigugore Catholic Hospital doctors for no omugu omunchen anaso omu hu hwe on didinde my boy penny for no so amanie my boy ya DC honorable nana akom amanie ti okache me say maintain nkolan nchen anase me won awofo nchen na yenhu the way forward na bibia ni ami reporting man no so de obetumi aye edia aboa wono betumi aye me koye no me ko bisa doctors no say condition it is saying na Ukrainian doctor ne ka che me say akola ko ne de chi se omu transfer na eko Winneba trauma nti no omu ye transfer letter no crop no map ambulance na omu ni akola ko na akobot ba ko de at least ni situation yen stable na apin for no so and I said there we wonyem no so ono so ni condition stable doctors now mo ha no betumi ahwe ba akola ko ne de ni stable ni condition critical mo transfer no akọ Winneba trauma.
We dey said the assembly man ye akan ye nyina yimpa ye senyame enkoso wanka omo na omo ho ento omo entem ewi ade mama ye gina eye nsemi so na ya home premo kasiesie koba David Oforisafo Bongo Difara ode agudie mo nsem so ebeto asonko bebia beba sisia